Hello, and welcome back to the Isle, where today I'm going to be playing some Herrerasaurus. So let's start off here. Good old Herrerasaurus, and I'm probably going to go for... yeah, this sort of brownish, with a little bit of a darker top half, not quite black, but darker brown. I like this. I'm not actually sure what a good spawn for this thing is anymore. But you know what? Let's try South Plains. I loathe the fact that I'm spawning in South Plains with Herrera. There was once a time I said never again to that, but that was a while ago. Okay, it is a miserable rainy day. Almost night. Ooh, yeah. Okay, let's get some smelling going on. It's definitely a Sarah. So first order of business, see if I can find any food whatsoever. Okay, not rotten food. I resent that game. Might have to feed on whatever that drumstick over there is. So yeah, after a comment I saw, I realized, oh yeah, I'd never played just Herrerasaurus normally on this channel. I had a first impressions video whenever they lifted the embargo on the stress test for it. I made an hour-long video about my concerns for how it was balanced. And, well, they've made some changes to it, and I just haven't really played all that much since then. So that made me think, okay, well, screw it. Now is a really good time to hop on and look at it. Especially since we might be getting some very interesting dinosaurs in the near future. And I'll want to be playing them when they come out. So, okay. That's a larger Sarah, I just heard. Ooh, S-Diet. Okay, yes, please. Let me hop down. Okay, S-Diet, there's Hex, though, is that moving? I can't tell. I'm extremely paranoid if there's, Sarah's. Oh yeah. That's right next to me, and he's small enough that he'll wanna kill me. Like, maybe a full-grown... what is that? Ooh. That's another Herrera. Okay. I'm gonna avoid him a little bit. Not really looking to get in a group at the moment. What I want to do is grow. And for that, I need that S-Diet there. Okay, trying to stealth my way across here a little bit. Though this thing does not have the breath capacity to be underwater for that long. Despite being able to go underwater. Okay, what are you? Oh, we got multiple Herreras around here apparently, okay. So what is that? Just slide down here. It's a compy too. Compies on my diet? No. Okay, dang. Oh boy. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, okay, that's another Herrera. Hello, don't mind me. I'ma just eat this. Funny thing is, I don't even know if he saw me because he can't look behind him. See, did they get the organs out of this? Looks like it. And that's some raptor sounds. I'm not liking it. Even a baby raptor could probably pounce me. Now what I'm gonna look for is sea turtle. So I could fill up on S completely right here. I could do that. Or I could try my luck over at the sanctuary over there. Let's see if sea turtles are spawning. And man, okay, there's a lot of Herreras around here. Now, judging by my FPS, I think... Ah! Right, everything's set to epic. Okay, that's from when I was messing around with settings. Great, okay, I'd have to restart the game to bring those back down to a reasonable level. Like, it says I'm getting 73, but it feels sluggish. It feels off in a weird way. And I'm not usually the kind of person that's like, oh, this is only 70 FPS, not 100. Oh, I cannot play with this choppy experience. I think it's just how much it's fluctuating in terms of like 10 FPS or so. Ooh. Lots of dilos. But the odds of one of them being around here are practically zero. So I'm safe. Getting one diet and not starving to death, that's like, okay, that's the first big hurdle you've got, but then after that you've got to think, where am I going to get food enough to grow? And can I get a good diet? Ooh, that is quite the drop. Ooh. And I can make that. Alright. Head over here. Could possibly find turtles on this beach, which would get me a perfect diet. And that is a 100% growth boost. Okay, ooh. It got dark suddenly. Was it just contrast going on? Oh, it's kind of easier to see without night vision on the beach here. Interesting. Now, the funny thing, I could try to see if I could find any herbivores in that sanctuary, but despite that being a brand new sanctuary, I don't think anyone really uses it all that much. It's a bit out of the way from a lot of the spawns we've got. And you know what? I'm gonna brag a little bit, okay? All the stuff I said about sanctuaries way back in that sanctuary video I made, like, came to pass. The moment that we had just a couple more spread out across the map, and it wasn't the like brand new thing everyone wanted to be at, then suddenly they became sanctuaries again because they didn't have massive crowds of people around them constantly. Funny how that works. Oh wow, right here, like, night vision really just makes me see less, dang. Okay, didn't spot anything on the way up, though there's still hope that something could spawn now that I'm sort of around here. I'll check over to this beach, then probably hop up on a rock and regain stam. Oh, is that what I think it is? Crawling along right there? Heck yeah, sea turtle. No, I don't actually know if the sea turtle has locational damage. I've always just assumed... Oh, there we go. And that is beautiful lines diet right there. And with this patch, I shouldn't be immediately just dive bombed by Pterodactylus because I killed something. It should take a minute or two to spawn, so I can fill right up without being murdered. Let's see, 4 in the morning. Dilos are being very loud. And I'm thinking I'm gonna have to move out and get some water, which I'm not looking forward to with all these dilo noises. I'm thinking get on top of that rock, rest up to full stam, then I can start making my way towards the pond and the trees. And see what's going on. Down you. Oh, come on. You tell me I can't climb that? Ooh, there we go. See, that's how you're supposed to climb, buddy. This is just my favorite thing about Herrera. The fact that you can just go, oh yeah, sure, cliff. Bet I'll just climb up that real quick. Get up here, and that... Yeah, these dinos are sounding really close. But I don't care, for I am tree and rock lizard. I care not for your terrestrial concerns. How am I gonna get down here? Okay, it's gonna be a bit awkward. Yeah, they gave us some good improvements for Herrera, like being able to slide down trees like this. But still, the fact that we don't have a good way to like dismount branches without jumping on them, which is extremely dangerous at times, still leaves a little bit to be desired. Range of movement isn't as good as it could be, but they did buff its attacks a lot. Herrera can one-shot Omnis now, can one-shot Galleys. I can't recall if it can one-shot Dilos now, though I wouldn't put it past it. But the damage alone isn't the biggest deal, but it's the bleed that you do. You can bleed things out with Herrera. Like, one hit will do tons of bleed damage. And then all you gotta do is just follow them from wherever you're safe, and they can't go too far too fast because of the bleed. They'll have to sit down, and they'll have a path of blood leading right to them. So you could just drop on them again, apply more bleed, or just outright kill them. Nothing immediately on the road. More diet plants. Ooh, no. Wanted to jump in that tree, but I did not like that. Okay. Let's get on this branch right here. And do a little bit of sniffing. Okay, got bones over there, which is a bit concerning. Though nothing else as far as I can tell. Right. Hop down. We're gonna head into the pond from the side. Being a bit overly cautious, but I mean, a single raptor pounce and I'm getting pinned and I'm dead. Game over. Dilo catches me away from trees, dead. Like, better safe than sorry. Let's see, are there any good trees directly next to the pond? Probably... yeah, this one. Hop up here, reach in my stam, and observe. No man, look how camouflaged this thing is up here. Even if you were looking for this Herrerasaurus, just you would not see this from the ground unless you were really like on point. I mean, especially since I'm clipping through the branch. Oh yeah, they're sounding further out. Sounds like they headed towards the beach. Okay, just about full up on stam. Water, not looking so good. 12%. They haven't seen anything around here. Though if I get freaking Danoed, I'm going to be legitimately angry. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. Can I... oh yeah, I can hop all the way over there. Alright, anything, any danger? Oh. Guy right next to me. Don't know if he was talking about me making that leap or not. Oh, yep, he did. I'll answer him once I'm done drinking, because I do not like being on the ground. Ooh, frog. Ooh, come on. There we go. Okay, that's S diet. That's really good. Get that full up, though I'm still extremely paranoid. Looks a little bit more grown than me. Oh man, imagine being in this tree right here. Look at this. You would never see him. Though also I can't see crap in here, so you know, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Though I'm not gonna make this my hunting ground. My goal is to travel across the map. So that's what I am going to do. But I might make chit-chat with this guy real quick. I'll just wish him good luck and then head on my way. Ah, you see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, okay, there we go. Leap over here. I can get a little bit of a shortcut over to Highlands, see what's going on over there. Grow a little bit along the way. If I was a fully grown Herrera, I would possibly consider staying around there. Maybe see if I could ambush a Dilo. But while I'm growing, I'm just moving around. So I'd kind of like to see how valuable it is in different areas, because I haven't played Herrera in a while. But it seems like that little pond is actually a good spot. I mean, that had a bullfrog spawn, and that fed me quite a bit. Lots of trees there to hide in. Like that one I was in. Oh, I'm gonna have to look at that one now whenever I drink there, because I was just invisible. Okay, so that leaves... Right, Hex Diet is what I'm having issues with. And I'm not sure if I can get it. Because either I've got to get a boar, which is not really a good proposition at my size, or I've got to get fish. And the closest spot with fish, you know, other than that pond maybe, is Highlands Lake. And there's the potential of dinos. And also the potential of just anything on shore showing up and deciding that it wants to eat me. But man, this is what I like about Herrera. Just go on top of a mountain somewhere. Just see everything around. That pond would be tempting, but I don't know if it has any AI spawns. When I've gone there with Pteranodon before, it's just a dead zone. I'd like to go over there. Like, honestly, I'd like for that whole area to be interesting. Like, I can see a human base right down there. None of the structures, as far as I know, have LODs. But that overhang over there, the Pride Rock looking thing, that has a little human base nestled in there. Like a garage and such. Just a very interesting area down there. It's just... There's nothing there, no migrations or anything currently. Okay, let's get a move on. Ooh. Alright. Now at a certain point I might be able to use the wax palms a little bit. If I see anything I could climb up, maybe get an ambush off, though I'm still only... Yeah, 56% grown, sub-adult. The thing is, so they increased Herrera's damage and such, and its bleed, and I am extremely thankful for that. Makes it viable. Like, Herrera right now is perfectly viable. It's a nice generalist. It can hunt AI really effectively. It can hunt players by ambushing them. It has a unique gimmick with the climbing. Oh, come on. Herrera, you are not proving my point right now very well. There we go. Now with the climbing, it has a really unique and fun mechanic to it. But I will say, that mechanic is gimped a bit by the stamina cost. Like, I could have jumped over that gap, but I know that would have taken like 6% of my stamina or something crazy. Is it 6% still? They could have changed that. But still, it'll take some percentage of my stamina to do... Okay, you know what? Let's do it right now. I am at 76%. I leap. And that wasn't even really that much of a distance that I cleared with that. Yeah, I'm down to 71, so it takes like 5% of my stamina just every time I jump. And that applies to whenever I'm leaping off of stuff that I'm clung onto. So I'm really limited in how much I can climb and jump around if I don't feel like sitting around regenerating my stam for an eternity. And oh, was that the broken... Yep, that's the broken bone symbol, because that's about as far as I can fall. Unless... Can I leap to one of those wax palms? That'd be pretty cool if I could. Come on. Ooh, that's... There's a chance. Though I don't like my odds, I can't see that low. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the safe route. In that case, leap down like that. Can I get under that tree? Yes. Leap on the U. Nothing immediately around. Hop down over there. You know, I just realized this skin is actually pretty good for Highlands. Blends in really well, or at least it does when I'm not really dusty like I am right now. Because somehow sitting down in trees gets dust all over me. Okay. Now I could go through the canyon, or just go above it, because I don't feel like being funneled into a choke point. Are these bushes always here on the side of the mountain? It's kind of cool. Alright, all the way up here. And that cost me... how much stam? Yeah, 30% of my stam. Running is still the best way to move around with Herrera. Climbing through trees and leaping around. It costs you a lot of stam for not much distance gained. Though you do gain security, I guess, but still. Well, my best odds for fish... Okay, left side there's not much for me to hop up on in case something sees me on the ground. Right side there is a big open area, but there's a few more trees close to the water. And I think there's a few more fish spawns somewhat close to land. So I think I'll stick with the right side here. Okay, slow it down right here. Oh yeah, we got big drop here. Leap onto that tree. And there. And over onto this rock. And you see, just that little bit cost me a good, I want to say 20-ish% of my stam. And that's not much distance at all. Okay, hello Highlands Eye Sector. Let's leap over here. Nothing over there. Nope, okay. Gonna find one of the trees with branches on the ground to rest in. One that has a good view over the water would be optimal. Anything... Nah, nothing at the coast right there. I do recall there's sometimes some fish spawn sort of in that little inlet, but I'm not trusting that too much. Let's get up. Whoa. Okay, good thing I didn't do this in the middle of like a combat situation. That latch point was not very good. And I think I'm gonna head... Ooh. Dilos. Ooh, boy. Okay, that's a bit scary, especially since it threw me... keeps throwing me over these branches. And now I'm just about out of stam because the branches are like too thin. Okay, you know what? Classic sit in a bush. Yeah, Herrerasaurus is a cool playable, but it does have its idle moments like everything else. Like, oh, you're trying to clamber on top of a branch? What, this is little animation, and then it decides to just completely leap over the branch and into the mouth of whatever is waiting below. Okay, onto something coming up on me right after those dilos, pretty low. So I'm gonna get a quick little sip and a bath. I'm gonna look this way, it's the most likely angle something's gonna come up on me from. Not seeing any fish, which is disappointing. Okay, I've come to the conclusion that this was a terrible idea. There's been no traffic here for a little bit. The cries of the Tyrannosauruses have stopped, likely from being murdered for making so much noise. And I am still very hungry. I'm gonna have to kill a deer, aren't I? Yeah, find one of them, I can hear them making noise. Get one of them, get up to like 50% hunger or something, and just try to get out of here. Oh, hello. Yeah, you're more A than I, aren't you? Now's not the best time to be moving around, nighttime and all, but don't really have much of a choice. Okay, there's definitely a goat somewhere behind me. Thunderstorm might make it a little bit... Oh, nope, I see it. I was about to say it might be a little bit more difficult to track with all the noise, but there it is. A little bit more... Okay. How about... Okay, come on. Let's get nice and high up here. Outstanding. And that is why I love Herrera. Doing stuff like that. Just leap out of a tree, way over here, take out a goat. Even better, we can take out a player and not just an AI that's dumber than rocks. But hey, beggars can't be choosers. I might have the makings of a trap. We don't get caught out in the open dragging this thing, because, oh boy, I am slow. And dragging still costs a lot of stamina. I really think they need to adjust that. Because back when you could regen stamina, you know, extremely easily, you know, it wasn't an issue all that much. It was still an issue, I think, because it just costs so much stam for how little it accomplishes. Okay, put that there. And let's get up in one of these trees and rest. There we go, perfect. Okay, got my stam. Let's see, is this a good spot? That might be too high. Ooh, Well, I can make it that far, it's just that I can't judge it accurately. I've got to do a little bit of a leap of faith. I mean, I'm assuming... Yeah, it'll put it directly on it if I was like there-ish. It'd be pretty sick if I could do that though, so I'll wait in this spot. Okay, water's starting to get a little bit low, and this is not a well-trodden path, so... Actually, let's see if I was right about my assumption. Let's see. If I continued to, like, there-ish. Yeah! I would have been able to hit whatever was on it. Ooh. I should take a little bit for the road. Alright, nearly fully grown, 6 a.m. Nice, dreary, stormy morning. And not having any luck finding fish. I'm looking at the river since I've been here, and not having any more luck than I did over at the lake. That's a little Terra. He's not going to land anywhere near me. Love to get a Terra. That's like the dream of every Herrera player. That and one-shotting like an Omni. But getting a Terra player, it's like, oh. You feel like it's what you're meant to do. Whatever, let's go for it. Let's get some fish. Oh! That vision's actually pretty good. Though I am so slow. If there was a Dano in here, I would just die straight up. No chance. Oh, and I've got to go back to land to swallow the thing. Ooh, and that fills up a lot of... Right. I need to drop it on the ground and eat it. That's the strat. Okay, run over here. Ah, but man, look what that did to my stam. Yeah, Herrera's a good, like, generalist survivor. Like, he can definitely survive just about anywhere. Because he has such a broad set of skills, but he really suffers, though, from not being specialized enough at times. Oh, okay. I'm gonna rest on this tree. How about that? Ooh. But yeah, just swimming, like, sure you can swim underwater, and you have underwater night vision, and you can eat schooling fish, but you are so slow in water, and it still costs a lot of stam, and you don't have all that much in terms of, you know, breath capacity, that it clashes a bit with that aspect of its design. It's just like, oh, I mean, I can swim, but, you know, even if I got an early warning of a Dano a mile upstream, the thing would lunge its way to me before I even knew it, let alone my really tiny night vision range underwater. But I do appreciate the fact that it can fish, that this is a... Like, Herrera's an interesting little creature because, like, sure it has, like, a niche as, like, oh, it's a thing that, like, you know, hunts from trees and such and climbs, but lore-wise, it's something where the climbing was just a thing that happened and wasn't really, like, accurate to the animal, and probably the diving and stuff is of a similar vein, that this creature is just adapting in all sorts of weird ways, which kind of makes sense with, like, the idea of, oh, you know, it's not leaping from tree to tree, like, way too much, because it's not actually designed for that, so it's a little bit awkward in that regard, and that's why, you know, it has high stam usage and all that stuff. And I can kind of respect that design choice, though I would like it if we could, well, once we get mutations, if we were capable of speccing it in certain ways. As much as when it comes to, like, Path of Titans, I can loathe the, you know, different builds you can do, which a lot of people like being able to make, like, all sorts of different builds in Path of Titans, and I find some enjoyment in it. I do hate it when... Okay, I'm gonna cross here, actually. I hate it when there's sort of essential parts of your kit that you can't access because, oh, I want to use this ability. Like, for example, PT Rex in pot. So, oh, I did not mean to eat that whole. Okay, whatever. Got the effect I wanted. But yeah, PT Rex in pot, which is just straight up better in every way than the vanilla Rex in that game. So it has like multiple bite abilities. And one of those abilities is clamp. So it has, this whole clamp thing where it picks up smaller things and can thrash them around. Basically what they want to do with Rex in the Isle, and I can't wait for that. But the issue is, with PT Rex, it has 2 slots for the jaws. And the clamp only works on very tiny things. And meanwhile, you only have bone break on specific bites that you can select. So, oh, I'm not gonna have enough stamina to make it all the way up. Okay, I'll stop here. So you only have slots for 2 bites. And if you take the clamp, you can't use that against larger creatures. You can't use it against anything that you can't just pick up in your mouth. So, if you're hunting normally, you'll want a bone break bite and just a normal damage dealing bite. So that you can bone break stuff to keep them in place, because it operates as an ambush predator in that game, and I really want the Isles Rex to be like that, because it is so much fun. I might have to make a video on that. Like, if I make a Path of Titans gameplay video, it's gonna be me playing the PT Rex, because I found a lot of enjoyment in that. But, as I was saying, so you have to have a bone break bite and a normal bite, so there's no slot for the clamp. So you end up not engaging with that cool mechanic, because you need to be generalist enough to survive just other things. Meanwhile, what I like about the Isle is that you have a creature, you have its full moveset. There's not going to be a Rex in the Isle that can't clamp onto stuff. You're not going to be wondering, oh, does he have this ability equipped? Does he have this or that? I mean, there could be a little bit of that with mutations, but it won't be something as essential as, like, attacks or the way that the creature moves. It'll just be, okay, it has certain bonuses here and there. Like, I think the most I'd want to see from mutations is stuff, like, that can specialize like a Herrera. So, do we want a Herrera that's, speccing into being a marine iguana? Like, it can, hold its breath longer, swim faster, etc., etc.? Or do you have one that's spec'd to be like a spider monkey, leaping from tree to tree and like taking less stamina to do that or something? Like, I think that would be an interesting sort of extent of mutations, or at least like the very limits of what the mutation system would allow is for some creatures to spec into, some creatures that are generalists to maybe spec into a specific playstyle. I think that would be neat. Now, okay, where am I going from here? And, another thing. I said this before, and I'll say it again, Herrera needs a way just to leap forward. Because from here, the best way for me to leap is to grab onto the side of this, then I can leap forward like that. And now notice I'll get up to there, so above that fern. But if I decide, okay, I guess I'll sprint and leap, almost miss it. And now consider if I'm on a branch and I can't get a running start because I'm stuck on the branch, it becomes a very annoying situation, especially when you can't get on the side of that branch or you fall off trying to get on the side. There's still definitely some things they could give Herrera, some quality of life things, but it's 100% in a better spot now than it used to be in terms of its damage and such. Oh, was that a goat? Am I going crazy or did I just hear a goat? Well, let's get in this tree. Okay, 100% a goat. Packies. Oh! That's a Packy. Wait, is that a Packy? It's on 2 legs. No, I think it's a Packy. It was eaten from, I think that's a tree right there. Oh, that looks like a raptor to me, though. There's some action. Go. I'm gonna have to leave you behind because there's something interesting going on elsewhere. Let's get up in that tree, get full stam, observe what's going on. Let's see, you should have a branch somewhere for me to be on, right? Yeah, there we go. Ooh. Nope. Very finicky branches, I must say. Okay, you. There we go. Okay, what are those? Packies. I can see the male coloration on the dome. Though, is that something dead right there? That little red spot there. That looks like a body to me. It is. Though not something on my diet. Could be a dilo. Oh wait, no, wait, those aren't? Wait a second. That's definitely a raptor. Though, is that a Packy on the rock right there? Because if so, it might be a mixed pack, unless it's a raptor with like an organ stuck in its face. He's crouching. Oh, he's going. No, he does have something on its face. Ooh, that's a Carno. Oh, we got lots of activity around here. Okay, Packy, is that a small Packy right there? Can't tell. Are those... I don't know what to believe anymore. Okay, everything's moved down that way. So let's... hop down, get to one of those trees for a better view. Though I am putting myself in a lot of danger running through the open like this with raptors and Packies and even a Carno around. Ooh. Lines there, probably a goat. Okay, let me hop down. Game, come on, work with me. Oh, that was surprisingly smooth getting onto this branch, not that that's what I wanted. You know, it's funny, people say that, what is this? Herrera is like the Assassin's Creed dino, and I've got to agree, because for one thing, it has really fun, cool, like parkour-ish movement, and on the other hand, the controls are finicky and it doesn't do what you want half the time. So perfectly emulates Assassin's Creed. Oh, come on. Okay. Where did everyone go? They all kind of just fled over here, but they're completely gone. Fish in the water, though. Not that I'm trusting the water here. I believe... Yep, it's a Dino spawn again these days, and there's a Dino right there. And even that tiny looking one, I bet, could one-shot me, just lunge me. If he decides to go on land, I would not be against trying to lunge on him. He's about the same size as me, gotta be, if I'm seeing him that clearly from this distance. are you? A galley, maybe? Bit of a weird spot to die in. I'm a little bit suspicious of the bush here, but might be the safest possible meal on top of a rock like this. Okay. Yeah, all the organs are out, so I'll just take the lion's diet, thank you very much. This could attract a predator or two. Get up in that tree. Let's see, how high up can I get in this tree? Very high indeed. Oh! Okay, they're coming back. It's a Dilo and a Packy. Well, that explains why I couldn't tell what they were. Don't you just love officials? Maybe I could stealthily get around and get up in a tree. Another really good quality of life change they made for Herrera is that they made it a lot quieter when it's climbing. Okay. Let's get up this tree and see what's going on. I really like these new tree models. They have so many branches going in different directions. Okay. Can't really see anything from this one, so how about... Oh no, game. Okay, right, it's about as high up as I can get on here. This could make a good stakeout spot, though. I can just sit up here when I need stam. Well, this place is already plenty more interesting than Highlands. That was just an hour of nothing. Here we've got Crocs, we got Tylo's Packies, mixed packing, we had Raptors come through. There was a Carno at one point. Okay, hop on that, and then launch over here. Ooh. Get up these branches. Do I trust that I'll actually get on that? Let's just get sideways here. Bit of an awkward spot. Yeah, if I could get on the side here... Okay, that's doable. I could get up on that rock, though I'm kind of freaking out at the moment. It really does not like... Okay, there we go. That one's sitting there... Wait, footsteps. Little Croc. Oh, please. Please make my day. Come on. Come on. Stop for the food. You can smell it. Witness me! Rah! Okay, can I get him though? Where'd he go? Oh, I might have just given away my position. Oh. If he gets seen by the Packies, that would be hilarious. Nah, he's walking off, darn it. Though I don't know if these guys saw me. Is that Dilo? The Dilo's still with them. They don't know I'm here. I don't think they do. Or they might have just 3-called me. I can't tell. Would have been hard for them to miss me whenever I leapt down. They might be trying to bait me if they do know I'm here. Yeah, I don't have a good angle on them. Ah, look at that mix pack. 2 Packies plus a Dilo. Actually disgusting. Well, there's the sunrise I was looking for. Yeah, not as spectacular as it could be, but then again, I guess that just describes the end result of this video. I guess Herrerasaurus as a whole. If I'm going to summarize my thoughts here at the end on it, a lot better than it was. I mean, sure, in this video, the only thing I accomplished was killing a goat and then failing to kill a Dano, but Dano is massively overtuned in every way, always anyways, so that's not really any sort of a thing to hold against Herrera. Wish I could have caught a player during it, but yeah, I was just never in the right place at the right time, which is definitely one of the issues that Herrera has. Now, Herrera's good. Like, I mean, it can kill stuff. When it can hit stuff, absolutely kills them. You can survive as it pretty easily throughout the map. I mean, you're not going to have the best diets always, but you can definitely survive if you put your mind to it, you put some effort into it. Then you're not going to starve in most circumstances. But I still feel like it's really held back by its stamina. I think that's something that just still irks me about it. Like, Pteranodon, I actually understand why it has, like, the stamina that it does, because when you play Terra properly, you can just fly around the whole map willy-nilly like it's nothing. But with Herrera, it really hurts it. Even with its pretty good regen time, it really does hurt it whenever you've just gotta be resting a lot, because its basic form of movement costs a lot of stam. I mean, at the risk of stopping this video on a bit of a low note, I'd like to say, well, 2 things. 1, don't be alarmed by all the Stellaris uploads. I've been wanting to do that series for a little bit, got a whole bunch of parts recorded ahead of time, and those will be coming out Mondays and Fridays for those that like that. And then, on the other hand, idle videos, I think that's going to be picking up. Taking a bit of a break from the game, but coming back. Definitely been enjoying it. Might even do some Path of Titans as well. Really see what I can do with both of these games this summer. And on top of that, sometime soon, they've got to release Dibble. And that is going to be a whole lot of fun. But, until then, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.